So thank you to everybody who's participating, who's here today, and everybody who will participate. Toby is going to read the Kaddish list and lead Kaddish, and Barb Kaplan is going to do the Psalm study, and Amy Schwartz is going to sing Mishaberach. And I'm pushing slides, so I'm going to go ahead and get those ready. Give me just a second to share those with you. So give me one moment. So just remember, please, to pause when we say Mishaberach and say the names in between the two stanzas.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mishaberach Avotenu Mekor habracha Le'imotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishaberach imotenu mekor habracha la'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Thank you, Amy. That was beautiful. So, Barbara, do you want me to start the slides, or do you want to?
I'll let you know.
All right.
Okay. Good afternoon or good morning. It is the home stretch for the study of Psalms, a total of 150. Yesterday, Rabbi Ellen gave a meaningful teaching of Psalm 149. Today, we are going back in time to Psalm 133. Before I start, I want to say a few personal words. Though the study of Psalms began in March, I tuned in 6 months ago on April 20th, when it was my father's yahrzeit. And the next day, I was honored to read a passage for Yom HaShoah, as my father was a Holocaust survivor. So for more than 6 months, I've tuned in almost every day. I've just missed a handful. Back in July, I discussed Psalm 83, which had to do with the enemies of God and the roles of some of the prophets from the book of Judges. Since then, I've given a Devar Torah twice in my Zoom service on Shabbat, and a few times in the morning. And I said to myself, why not teach one more psalm? And I did not choose 133 because it only has 3 verses. You will soon see that the first line of Psalm 133 is well known. And Debbie, you can now show the slide. Psalm 133 is one of the 15 Psalms that contain the phrase "a song of ascents." And these include Psalms 120 through 134. And as mentioned in the past, most likely the Hebrews sang these Psalms on the way up to Jerusalem for the pilgrim festivals of Pesach, Shavuot, and Sukkot. And it is written by King David. A song of ascents of David. How good and how pleasant it is that siblings dwell together. Hine matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yahad. Yes, this is the song Hine matov that we all know. And how many times have we sung it sitting around Shabbat tables, day camps, etc.? I actually did a Google search, and did you know that there is a recording of Harry Belafonte from 1960 in which he sang it on TV in England? Wow. And it's also heard in the 1977 TV movie Raid on Entebbe. And as a Torah Fund vice president, it is great to see the word Yahad together at the end of this verse, as it is the theme's Torah Fund's theme for this year. Um, okay, here it says siblings, but most of the Psalms listed as brothers. So we could do brothers and sisters, or we can just say sisters, just like when we're together. We can say we're dwelling together on Zoom for the Psalms. So which brothers is the Psalm referring to? Now that the weekly Torah reading is from the book of Genesis, the stories of our matriarchs and patriarchs, we find brothers play an important role throughout, especially when it comes to sibling rivalry. 2 weeks ago, we read about Cain and Abel when they were in the field, and Cain set upon his brother Abel and killed him. And the Lord said to Cain, "Where is your brother Abel?" And he said, "I do not know. Am I my brother's keeper?" This week's Parsha, Lech Lecha, Abraham's son Ishmael is born, and God already tells Abraham that Isaac will be born to Sarah. And what about the twins, Jacob and Esau? Esau sold his birthright to Jacob, and Jacob, with help from his mother Rebekah, tricked Isaac into giving the blessing to Isaac. And the theme continues, of course, with Joseph and his brothers. But once the book of Exodus begins, we see a change in the relationship of brothers, Aaron and Moses. Yes, this psalm refers to Moses and Aaron. Even though it says siblings, the original, as I said, does say brothers. So when was Aaron first mentioned in the Torah? The Lord spoke to Moses saying, "Go and tell Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to let the Israelites depart from his land." But Moses appealed to the Lord saying, "The Israelites would not listen to me. How then should Pharaoh heed me, a man of impeded speech?" The Lord became angry with Moses and said, "There is your brother Aaron, the Levite. He, I know, speaks readily. Even now he is setting out to meet you, and he will be happy to see you. You shall speak to him and put the words in his mouth. I will be with you and with him as you speak, and tell both of you what to do, and he shall speak for you to the people. Thus he shall serve as your spokesman, with you playing the role of God to him." So this is just the beginning of the relationship of the brothers Moses and Aaron. And Aaron was the older brother of Moses. They was not always perfect. If we think about the incident of the golden calf, and also when Aaron and Miriam spoke against Moses. Verse 2. It is like fine oil on the head running down on the beard of Aaron that comes down over the collar of his robe. In Exodus, this description of the robes, opening for the head, the hem. God tells Moses, "Put these on your brother Aaron and on his sons as well. Anoint them. Serve me as priests." This description of headdress. "Take the anointing oil and pour it on his head and anoint him." And we later read, "Make of this a sacred anointing oil, a compound of ingredients expertly blended to serve as sacred anointing oil. You shall also anoint Aaron and his sons and speak to the Israelite people. This shall be an anointing oil sacred to me throughout the ages." There's actually a midrash that comments that a good name is better than precious oil, and that a good name increases among people while precious oil descends. And a good name arises, I will make of thee a great nation, and I will bless thee and make thy name great. While precious oil flows downward, it's like the precious oil upon the head. Precious oil is transitory, while a good name is everlasting. Precious oil may be destroyed, but a good name is indestructible. As it is said, "I will give them an everlasting memorial, that they shall not be cut off." As an aside, there's actually a group of evergreen plants named Aaron's beard, also called creeping St. John's wort. And if you look on the internet, there's products called Aaron's beard oil, and which moisturizes and beards, etc. So that was something new I didn't know about. Verse 3. Like the dew of Hermon that falls upon the mountain of Zion, there the Lord ordained blessing, everlasting life. Though according to Robert Alder, his translation, he writes, like Hermon's dew that comes down on the parched mountain. And he writes that Mount Hermon is geographically removed from the mountains around Jerusalem. Of course, we know the importance of dew or tal as we add the line to the Amida for 6 months of the year. Morid Hatal, he brings down the dew. Though actually, some more about Mount Hermon. Shortly after I signed up for today's psalm, My local newspaper, so-called Jewish Home, the headline says, "Reconquering Mount Hermon during the Yom Kippur War." And it's quoted in there, "Despite the monumental losses of life, the mission was accomplished. Mount Hermon was reconquered and remains in Israel's hands until today." Just a little history. And Zion is mentioned in Psalm 128. "May the Lord bless you from Zion and see the good of Jerusalem all the days of your life, and live to see your children's children. May all be well with Israel." So, even though it's a short psalm, I find it very meaningful. And I like how songs that we know for so many years, we find out where the line comes from. And is there anyone, perhaps Debbie, would want to sing Hinei Matov?
Do we have any takers?
Which tune? There are so many tunes.
Any tune that you want.
Well, my father opened every time we would gather as a family, whether it was just for a Friday night dinner or a large family gathering or a wedding. He would start with Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad.
Thank you, Amy. That was beautiful. Okay, so that's all for today.
Made me think of my father. I mean, that's just the most beautiful thought I could have every day.
Thank you so much. You packed so much into 3 lines. So thank you very much. I'm going to go ahead and put up the Kaddish list for Toby to share with us. Oh, sorry. Sorry, she's got the Kaddish list. Toby, do you want to read that?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
That's okay. Thanks, Amy. That was lovely. If Zoom was better, we could all sing together and do it in rounds, but I think we're all singing behind our little squares and in the silence. Anyway, today we lovingly recall Evelyn Seelig, Sue Press, Leona Elligberg, Dolores Megan, Phyllis Haas, David Copland, Louis Hoser, Ivan Stanton, Julie Wynn, Louis Berlin, Hilda Stern, Sylvia Kraus, Hope Dellen, Cy Kane, Nina Asserson, Richard Marheet, Lillian Rappaport, Eden Rich, Susan Berman Levine, Avraham Ben Hirsch Lieb, Lillian Tobias, Helen Goldberg, Dr. J. Marlin, Linda Hornick, Donna Spector, Rabbi Ken Roseman, Stephen Lazarus, Stephen Carlin, Richard Marek, Doris Kaufman-Shaman, Benjamin Zimmerman, Moshe Eliezer, Thornton Soup Saferstein, Herb Lubars, Allison Stopel Weaver, Harold I. Abramson, Judy Berger, Madeline Saul, Rabbi Micah Kaplan, Nisan Yisrael ben Yaakov Aryeh, Sarah Bat Avraham, Raymond Raskin, Raymond Sassoon, Nachman Ben Leah, Devorah Bat Albert Miller, Joan Sitfer, Hannah Bat Shimon Vakarline, Helen Rose, Leah Barker, Robert Thrope, Robbie Cohen, Margot Grossbein, Florence Lotstein, Joan Steiner, Michael Silverman, Miriam Lehman, Ellen Babbitt, Michael Barr, Waylon Beth Wingen, Lucille Vey, Theodore Fishman, Carol Hope Taub, Michael Ward, David Levy, Howard Gould, Ruth Ostro Schvat, the Honorable Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Matt Eisner, Rabbi Shlomo Balter, Sherry Litt, Rabbi Rachel Bot-Orr, Henry Aaron, Gloria Fischel, Mina Alt-Katz, Ann Butler, Leonard Finkelstein, Sylvia Belfer, Avraham David Ben Elchanan, Skylar Lugano, Henry Kritzer, Natalie Roach, Alan Goldberg, Anita Helfand, Doris Gruskin, Barry Gordon. Are there any other yahrzeits for today? Okay, now, Debbie, you can put up the Kaddish. And I will.
Please rise if you're saying Kaddish, and Toby will lead us, and we'll follow her. I'm going to move the cursor as Toby reads Kaddish.
Yitgadal, Yitgadash, Minei Rabbah, Yomama, Divra, Yute, V'yamlit, Malchute, V'chayechon, Uvyomechon, Uvchaye, Achol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala, Ubizman Ariv, V'imru, Amen. Yehei, Abba, Torah, Li'olam, Amen, Almayah. Yitbarach, Abba, Yitpa'ar, Yitramam, Yitnaseh, Yitadar, Yitalel, Yitalal, Shnei Kudusha, Rehu. La'ela, Min Kol, Birchata, Shirata, Shutata, Nechemata, Amiran, Bi'alma, V'imru, Amen. Yehi, Shlama, Rabba, Min Shemaya, V'chayim, Aleinu, V'alkol, Israel, V'imru, Amen. Oseh Shalom, Shalom, Aleinu V'Yisrael, Amen.
Thank you, Toby. Thank you to everybody who participated today. And I want to thank everyone who has participated over since the beginning, taking leading roles. I wanted to let you know that the Sign Up Genius has been updated as we transition into Pirkei Avot, and there's going to be a lot of opportunity. We're going to need volunteers to read the Psalm of the day, and I have 2 slots for the Psalm of the day if 2 people want to read it responsively. We're going to need, of course, people when Rabbi Ellen is out to teach Pirkei Avot, and also to do the typical push slides, read the Kaddish list. So look for those on the Sign Up Genius. And thank you to everybody participating. And if you haven't yet felt comfortable, please, we're a community of sisters all here to support each other. And we look forward to seeing all of us grow and learn new skills.
And don't forget to get your Psalms into the rabbi for the Siyum, please.
Can you just repeat what that is, Toby, for people maybe who weren't on yesterday?
We are having a celebration of the completion of the reading of our Psalms. So the rabbi will be teaching Psalm 150 again, and I think she's trying to get a special person, a special vocalist on for that day. And the request is that we will share Psalms that we have written. So she's asking that you send them into her by Tuesday, which is
Election Day.
Which is the 3rd of November, and the Siyum is on the 5th of November, same time, right here. And we look forward to celebrating this really big accomplishment.
Any other announcements?
I have a question.
Sure.
I'm just not sure. The book Pirkei Avot that the rabbi talked about yesterday, is that book that we're going to be using? Is a study
book that you can use to help you gain further insight.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We're not doing it based on that.
That's what I wanted to know.
So just as you've gone to whatever sources you feel comfortable with when you've taught, feel free to do that. It's just that particular book is social justice based.
Okay.
Which speaks to many people. But thanks, Amy, for asking.
Okay.
And there, Toby's got it.
Yeah, the book's $17.99 on Amazon.
Yes.
I ordered it. So
I'm trying to get it from my local, another synagogue library, just so I can check it out before I may take the plunge.
With Amazon, you can return it.
What's the name, the specific name of the book? I was not on yesterday.
Yeah, I put it in the chat. I'll do it again.
Oh,
Peer K,
thank you.
it's called, I'll put it again. Oops, here we go.
Did you put it in today? Then I see
just
it.
put it in just
Okay.
now again.
I see it. Thank you.
Peer K, a vote, a social justice commentary. I also recommend, it's by Rabbi Dr. Shmuley Yanklowitz, who is a very, very interesting person. I recommend you follow him on Facebook, because he's a really good menschy human being. And it puts some goodness into your day when you need it. Things are getting pretty tense out there right now. And I think we need all the good that we can get.
Yeah. Any other announcements or questions?
I just wanted to say hello. I finally managed to join you from Jerusalem. It's Diane.
Yeah.
Well, Diane, so nice to see you.
Yeah, it's nice to see all of you. I tried it's supper hour here usually, and I always try to find a way to get this week we're only 6 hours apart. So I was able to find a way to join you this week, and I hope I'll find a way to continue. It's a wonderful, wonderful program, and it's great to see all of you.
Thank you, Diane, for taking time to join us.
And
All
Debbie,
right.
Debbie,
Yes, Audrey.
thank you for all that you do also. You and Toby sort of bring it all together. Thank you both.
Well, thank you, Audrey. And Audrey, thank you for every time I come on, you make me smile. I walk away from my computer laughing or smiling, so thank you.
My pleasure.
Anything else? All right, Audrey, take it away.
Now you all come back. You hear?
Have a good day.
Thank you.
everybody.
Thank you, Tab and Deb. Bye-bye, everybody.
Have a great day, everyone.
you.
Audrey.
Have a good day. Thank you.
Have a good day, everybody.
Bye.